Hello there YouTube and welcome back to War Thunder, guys. So as you can tell from the thumbnail, I am completely done with the event. 100% completion. I have all 6 vehicles and god damn it, I'm so glad. Absolutely fucking shattered from this grind. It has been horrible, but at least I've got all 6 vehicles. A lot of players haven't been as lucky as I am. So I'm going to show you the vehicles that I've got, and then afterwards we're going to talk about the event in general. There's not going to be any gameplay in this video, so if you're hoping for gameplay, unfortunately you won't see none, but I will be putting out a video very soon with the Merkava, so keep your eye on the channel for that. So we've got the Merkava first to look at, which is an unusual looking tank. I like the futuristic look of the turret, to be honest, but it is a bit odd looking, it really is, but I'm glad I've got it. 8.7 105mm cannon, 62 rounds of ammunition. The armor's not that good, but I'll go over that in the video when I actually play it. Then go on to the Germans. So I have the Ju 388J. Now this has the extra 2 cannons here for shooting up underneath the bombers. Not that we'll ever get to use them. Then we have 4 cannons down here, but it's not a bad plane actually. It flies like a bit of a brick, but it wasn't designed to be a fighter. You know, it is a bomber interceptor. It didn't have to be manoeuvrable. There's a lot of people complaining it doesn't maneuver like the HE-219. Well, that's because it wasn't designed to fly like the HE-219. You can see it's a lot bulkier. The HE-219, even though it is another sort of night fighter interceptor for bombers, for some reason it's got ground ammunition. Now, personally, I don't understand that. If it's a night fighter or a heavy night fighter for shooting down bombers, then why would you even possibly consider putting ground ammunition in it for shooting tanks? It's one of the things that always baffles me about when Gaijin put in these planes with the MK108s or the MK103s. Why do you give them ground ammunition when 99% of the time they're probably just interceptors like the TAR 152? Wasn't designed for shooting at tanks, but yet can penetrate near enough any tank it comes across. Weird. But yeah, it does fly like a brick, but it wasn't designed to fight like fighters. Then we have the VFW, the flak toaster, and I did get a camouflage for this. It took me 8 days of grinding to get 1 camouflage. But I got it, so huzzah. Fucking 8 days for that. And this is the same camouflage. Like, they're saying unique camouflage. I just want to point out that it is really not a unique camouflage. Where is the stubby puma? There it is. Stubby puma. And ta-da! Not a unique camouflage. Not in the slightest, because we've already got it in-game. We've had it in-game for a while. So although it is a nice camouflage, it's not unique. It's something we've already seen, but I'm quite happy with it. I do like it. Personally though, I would have liked it if they might have used the player skins. Like I got, where's the Nashorn? Hang on, there it is. I got this one from one of those random boxes a few months back, and this one was a player made skin, and I really like it. It is really well done. So more of those for event vehicles I think is called for, rather than Gaijin's attempt at unique camouflages, which well, it's not unique, is it? But I do like it. It is a good vehicle. Then we have USSR, and we have the PR 122 bis. Yeah, it's not too bad. 21.5 miles an hour, lots of anti-aircraft capability, depth charges on the aft. You got Hedgehog depth charges that sit here on these rails at the front. You get 8 of them, and you get this 85mm cannon. It doesn't have a bad fire rate, probably about 5 or 6 seconds on the reload, but it's not very quick. But it's not bad for a free premium. I don't think I'll be doing any video with it. I might consider it later on, but at the moment no. Then we have the I-180S, which is just a well, it's just another open cockpit Russian plane really. It has a couple of 50 cals and a couple of 7.62mm right up in the nose there. It's not a bad plane, manoeuvrable, decent speed, and you know, quite fun, 3BR. So I can see myself taking this out and having a little bit of fun with it. But other than that, it's probably going to sit in mothballs for quite some time. And then we have HMS Tiger, or Tigor, and I put some Tigors there, and I put a Tigor there, and I put another Tigor there. Eat them alive. This is actually a really good cruiser. Oh my god. The fire rate of these is incredible. Really, really good. I was playing it out last night and I was able to absolutely obliterate a Brooklyn. He don't get me wrong, he did me a fuck ton of damage. Literally, I was burning from stem to stern. He did get me because I didn't have extinguishers. However, I killed him before he could kill me. He set me on fire and I couldn't put it out. But I absolutely pummeled the living shit out of him with HE until he sank. Took out his ammunition and boom, and then straight down to Davy Jones' locker. It is really good. And these anti-aircraft guns, you can see one at the front there and another two there. Is that it? Yeah. I swore there was 4 of them. No, okay, there's 3 of them. These, yeah, these are fucking lethal. Oh my god. The proximity fuses on these for shooting down aircraft is lethal. And if people in small patrol boats get anywhere near you as well, Jesus Christ, I will be doing a video with this because it is just fun. I know a lot of you guys aren't really interested in naval, but this has to have its own little spot in the fucking sun for once. It is really good. I don't do naval that very often on the channel, but I will be doing a video with this because it is really, really fun. So we're going to get into the sort of meat and two veg now of the video, talking about the event. Now this is going to be a touchy subject, so I would advise you all to pause the video, go make yourself a nice cup of coffee, nice cup of tea, or get a drink, chill out, maybe have a cigarette if you smoke, or vape, whatever you want to do just to calm your nerves, then come back to the video, because this is going to put everyone's backs up, because it put my back up, and I'm not happy with Gaijin over this event. So, woosah, calm. Okay, so I hope everyone's got their teas and their coffees and they're nice and calm, ready for the second part of this video. So, Friday, Saturday and Sunday were relatively easy going for me personally with the event. I was able to pick up lots of decent part drops, do the diagnostic flights very quickly and easily, finding out the problems for the planes, taking the planes apart, putting them back together quite quickly and moving on. Then we come to Monday and everything changed. There was no longer any diagnostic flight for some reason. You couldn't check to see if you would get a refund on your toolkits, because if you remember there was a little drop down and you could sort of pick a recipe, and if you got the recipe correct you'd get some of the toolkits back, you know, and it would make life a little bit easier for you. That was completely gone for some reason, and there was no part drops. Monday I started playing at 11:30 AM. It wasn't until 11:30 PM that I got a single part drop, and when I got it, it wasn't anything that I even needed or wanted. And I soon found out on Tuesday and again on Wednesday that my plane that was supposed to have unique problems each and every single time I made it or took apart a new one had the same problems every single time. So if I go to my workshop and we go to headquarters, from Monday to Friday, when the event was apparently, Gaijin's words, working correctly, the guns were broken Monday to Friday. The engine was broken Monday to Friday. The landing gear operating system was broken Monday to Friday. The traction of tail control was broken Monday to Friday. And the vertical stabilizer. Every single day was the same problem. So I ended up with a left aileron, a oil radiator, a right aileron, brakes, engine cowling, fuel system, high lift device and electronical components, and there's nothing I can do with them because I never needed them once, because the fault was always the same, and it's just not right. The amount of drops we were getting, right, Monday to Friday, I've had one drop each day. One drop a day in the last week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the first 3 days of the event, I had at least 4 drops on Friday, at least 4 on Saturday, and 3 I think on Sunday of parts. And then all of a sudden it's like someone flicked a switch and the event is completely arse about face and broken. But yet Gaijin have not implemented a single fucking patch or statement saying, you know, we put our hands up, something went wrong and we're going to fix it. Why was this not addressed? And I'd also like to say as well, 12 hours grinding is bullshit. Is absolute bullshit. Now, when it comes to things like Operation Summer, which is the proper summer event where you have the tasks, you have the option just to buy through them or play them out and do them yourself. And if you're a decent player, you know, you don't have to be amazing, you know, an average player, you can probably do the tasks quite quickly, maybe 3 or 4 hours of grinding, and then, you know, you can go do whatever. You can go have a barbecue or put your feet up, go down to the pub, whatever you want to do. This event is completely the opposite. You have to be here for 12 hours grinding. I found that I was able to do it in about half that time sometimes, maybe 9 hours a day or so. But even so, it wasn't even hard. It wasn't even easy for me. This is just a damn right abuse of the game by Gaijin, making people sit around for 12 hours playing this. You should not have to grind an event for any more than 2 to 3 hours. There are other games companies out there that have free-to-play games, and I'm not going to mention them, but there are free-to-play games out there that are run by US companies and European companies, and they do their little events, you know, and they're easy. 2 to 3 hours minimum. I even know one company that I do play quite a lot, well, on and off anyway. They're based in California. Every summer they do a special event for a new starship, okay? It takes 5 minutes to do their event each day. 5 minutes. Fly around the course, back, and then when you get to the finish line, you go to the little store, you pick up your trophy, ball or whatever the fuck it is, and you're done. It takes 5 minutes a day. The winter event as well, same thing. Takes 5 minutes a day, and then you can go off and do whatever the hell you want, and you get a starship out of it at the end. Why do we have to sit here for 12 fucking hours a day grinding out these? Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to be given 3 premiums, or well, 4 free premiums and 2 special event vehicles, but even so, it's not fucking fair. It is not fair to ask your player base to sit around for that long and then ignore the fact that you've ballsed up on your event. You've fucked up with the drop rates, you've fucked up with the diagnostic flights, you've fucked up with the camouflages, everything is fucked. And that weird graphical glitch where you get the tank tracks across the screen, that has made me crash so many fucking times. I swear to God, I was so close to putting my controller straight through the TV at points when that happened. And I did curse Gaijin for that, because it should have been fixed. As soon as that popped up in the event, it should have been fixed. The same as the drop rates, the same as the broken diagnostic flights and everything else. It should have been instantly addressed and put right on Monday, not ignored. When they put up their video on YouTube about the event vehicles, notice how they disabled the likes and dislikes and the comments, because they knew. I've been looking at Reddit, I've been looking on the forums, I've even been on our own sort of content creator Gaijin Discord, and no one's happy. Content creators are pissed off. Players are pissed off. Everyone is pissed off, and we're being ignored. Again, they are absolutely ignoring us. They don't fucking care, and that is not acceptable, because we all put a hell of a lot of time and effort into this game, and it's not fair to be ignored. If it wasn't for us, the player base, they wouldn't have a goddamn game in the first place. And shit like this just shows half the time that they don't fucking appreciate us. If they appreciated their player base, they would have said, right, first thing Monday, something's fucked up with this, we need to fix it, and need to fix it now. But they didn't. They didn't. I don't know what they did, but they weren't fixing anything. And then you had Scarpa, as the European Canadian rightly pointed out, basically lying on the forum. If you haven't seen his video, I go over to Tech's YouTube channel and watch it. He does point it out where Scarpa's saying things about stuff and they actually are wrong. So whether he's lying on purpose or, you know, just got his facts wrong, I don't know. Either way, it's not right. It is not right. And I'd also like to point out as well that this event has completely done away with teamwork. 100% completely done away with teamwork. Before the event, they changed the way that cap circles worked. So whenever you go into a cap circle, you'd always share your SL and RP. But now you have to share your SP, the spawn points. So when you jump on a cap zone, and you would usually get 350, 400 sort of spawn points or so. Now you have to share that with people that are on the cap zone with you. And I'm not proud to say it, but I've been driving a Hellcat for the entire event, and I have not once waited at a cap zone. For the simple reason, I want to do this event, and I want to get all 6 vehicles, and I am not waiting for guys in slow arse, medium and heavy tanks to catch up and nick my spawn points. And I've not been the only one doing it either. Everyone's been doing it. So that shit needs to be addressed as well. We should not have to share spawn points when we go and cap. There is an unwritten rule in War Thunder that you always wait at the first cap. If we look at a map like Eastern Europe, you have A, B and C. Or if you're coming from the other side, C, B and A. C and A are always there for the opposite team. So everyone gets their cap, and then you always fight over B in the middle. But the unwritten rule is you always wait on your cap zone for your team to get up there. Then that way the spawn points are shared around the team, giving more tanks and more players to be able to keep spawning in the game. That has been completely shat on with this new implementation of halving the spawn points and sharing them out between as many players are on the cap zone as possible. It is not fair. It is absolutely not fair, and that shit needs to be addressed. It really does, because it is killing off teamwork. I always do wait at a cap circle, except for this during this event. I haven't waited once. I'm not even sorry about it, to be honest. I'm not, because I wanted to get this done, and I wanted to get it done quickly. But I will be waiting now. Now I'm done with the event, M18 or not, I will be driving to cap circles. The first one I will be waiting at, but it needs to be addressed. I'd also like to quickly address the team killing aspect of this event as well. Now, if you're in first place, like I have been for the majority of my games, sat in first place, trying to get the top first place box for the camouflages, you might have been a victim, or you might have been the perpetrator of team killing. And that shit is just wrong. There should have been one of those special camo boxes for first, second and third. I know it probably wouldn't have stopped the team killing, but I don't think it would have been as prolific as it was. I had quite a few people attempt to not shoot me down, but at least ram me down. Their squad mate was in first place, or I was in first place, and they were trying to overtake me, and I would have people trying to ram me out the air. I did yesterday. I was flying in my AD2, and a P-47 tried to take my tail off with his own wing. He missed me because I caught him at the corner of my eye doing it, but he was very close to taking me out. I was actually shot down a few times and bombed by the guys that were in second place, just so they could beat me to the first place spot so they could get the camouflages. That's not on. That shit is not on. And it is shit like this horrible 12-hour a day grind that needs to be addressed. It shouldn't be this way in War Thunder. War Thunder has always been promoted as a team-based game. This does not promote teamwork. This promotes shitty, horrible tactics and team killing, because people are stressed out over the enormity of this grind, and it is not fucking fair. Not fair in the slightest, and I really think it needs to be addressed. So what I'm going to do now is just wrap this video up, because it's starting to make my blood boil, but I need everyone to band together. Tell Gaijin how you feel. Get on the forums, get on Reddit, you know, let them know that you're not happy with this, and that the next event that they do like this, the blueprint events, needs to be different. It shouldn't be a 12-hour grind. 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours maximum of grinding to do whatever you need to do. But 12 hours plus is excessive, to the point of torture. You know, you wouldn't get away with that in the Geneva Convention, you know, for fucking making your pre-OWs work your arse off. You know, that shit shouldn't be allowed in a fucking computer game. It really, really shouldn't. Games are meant to be fucking fun. This shit has not been fun, not in the slightest. The first 3 days, I had fun. You know, it was a blast. We was all having a laugh and a joke. From Monday to Friday, nothing but stress. I've been fucking popping sodding paracetamol like fucking Tic Tacs, because I've had a constant headache from stressing about this. So I'm just glad to be done with it, guys. Next video that comes out will be some gameplay though, so don't worry. I will be done with the ranting. Ranting is over, but we do need to give Gaijin a very strong message here, and that is to not fuck us around in this manner again. It will not be accepted. We will not fucking have it anymore. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you do, hit the notification bell for updates on future content. Also, a thumbs up is appreciated. It does help the channel, and until next time guys, I will see you soon and have fun.